So, as of making this video, I've played about 60 hours of College Football 25, and I can honestly say I think it's the best football game that I have played since NCAA 14. Like, not even in debate. Like many people, I've become very bored and just disappointed with Madden over the years, and I've just been waiting for someone else to make another football game because it got so boring and repetitive. It's repeated over and over again by anyone that talks about Madden Online. But it really does feel just like a copy paste rehash year to year with at best minor improvements. So when College Football 25 actually came out, it felt like such a breath of fresh air. But now that it's been over a month and the honeymoon phase is over, let's have an honest talk about College Football 25.
Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Trying to extend the play. Looking to the end zone. Incomplete in the final pass attempt. The defense rises up to secure the win.
So right away, the gameplay just feels so much better. I've played Madden 25 recently because I was an idiot and I bought that combo with the two of them because in my mind I justified it as I'm technically saving money. I wasn't, and I feel really dirty that I bought it. But I got Madden 25. It feels way worse to play than College Football 25. College Football 25 just feels so smooth and responsive, and the visuals just look so much crisper and cleaner. And I'll keep it short when talking about the gameplay, because it is just genuinely so good and so much fun to play. I don't really have any complaints, and also, this is definitely a skill issue, but especially when I first started playing, God, I was throwing so many interceptions. I was raging like I was 12 years old again. I was getting so pissed about how many interceptions I was throwing. But, kind of like in real life, I kept practicing, kept playing, and I've cut down a lot on my interceptions. Sometimes I'll still throw 5 a game, but overall it's not nearly as bad as it was. But this is kind of where I'm going to get into more criticisms that I have. And when I say criticisms, I'm not saying this game sucks or anything. It's just things that I want to see improved, because I see College Football 25 as a really great foundation for something that they can build on. One thing that I noticed a lot of people mention is wanting high school football back. Because in the old Road to Glory modes, and that's what I'm going to talk about, is the Road to Glory, you'd always play out your senior season of high school, and that would that would sort of define what schools wanted you. And it was just such a neat little thing that you could do, and I always tried to make my local high school that I went to, and it was always just really awesome. Now, I don't think it's the end of the world that mode isn't in here. I hope to see it in the future, but it does add just that extra bit of immersion, and it does add a whole extra season that you can play. Since if you're starting, you only get 4 seasons in Road to Glory, which, I don't know, it goes by pretty fast. And one thing that, it's I like it, but I wish it was more, is the text messages. I feel like the text messages, they come off as kind of lazy to me. At least in Madden, and I know this might sound sort of dumb, you get a little cutscene when you go and talk to somebody. It's not a lot, but it is just that little tiny bit that makes it feel a little bit more immersive. Whenever your coach talks to you, or even that memed moment where you get to go to a party and the girl can reject you. I don't know, it'd be kind of fun to actually see that. But, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's I've clowned on the cutscenes in Madden and EA Sports games that if they did include stuff like that, it might have been really cringe. So it's one of those things where it's if I get it, I'd probably complain about how they do it, but if I don't get it, I'll complain about them not doing it. Typical life of a fan that we're never satisfied. And then a little minor thing that I think would just help with the story that I've created for my player in my own head is just like actually seeing the Heisman ceremony. I think that'd be really cool. You put all that work in, it'd be cool to sort of have a nice little cutscene where, you know, your player is like sitting there waiting, wondering if you won. Because right now it is just sort of a blink and you miss it. At the end of the year, it's like, you won the Heisman, little confetti, and that's it. Which is cool, but like I said, good foundation, but I'd really like to see that expanded on in the future. But when it comes to Road to Glory, my biggest gripe is with the playbook and the fudging AI of the coach and the plays that he calls. It's just constant run plays, it felt like, and the pass plays wouldn't make any sense. I can't even tell you how many times I would get some form of like Hail Mary, or not Hail Mary, but like deep passing routes when we're less than 10 yards from the end zone. It was really frustrating. Or just constant, like for example, my senior season, make it all the way to the national championship. And the national championship is by far the greatest game I've ever played in. Like, not in terms of like the biggest, but in terms of like, it was back and forth. It was so intense and fun. And I feel like that was ruined because the AI kept calling run plays over and over. And even when I'd hit the little button to pop up with my 3 plays I can choose from, they're all runs. And you can't audible, or at least I couldn't. I don't know if it's different if you go to another school. I went to Oregon. I could not audible. And I do know if you hold the hurry up, you can change the play there a little bit, so that helps alleviate the problem. Also, I just feel like, you know, I get that it makes sense that the quarterback's not going to be able to choose every play, but at the same time, it is a video game, and I firmly believe if you have full coach trust, you should have access to the playbook. That just makes sense in my head. Like, I don't think anyone would be questioning it. And then I guess another minor thing would be something that they used to do in the old games, where when you do Road to Glory, the background menu is like your dorm room and stuff like that. I just think that would be like a fun little touch. Maybe you have like a little trophy thing in the background where if you win like the Heisman or any other awards, they can go there on your shelf and you can see it in the background. And now talking about Dynasty, because I only played Road to Glory and Dynasty, I have no interest whatsoever in ever touching Ultimate Team. I get annoyed when I see it on the main menu. I think that shit's just gross. I don't really have too many issues with this mode, other than I would really just love, and it's not with this mode, it's the game, more music, please. Playing for hours and hours, just hearing the drum beats, it got old. It's not a big deal, because you can obviously just turn the volume down, listen to music or an audiobook, podcast, whatever. But some variety would be nice. And similar to Road to Glory, I just would like to see my coach a little bit more. Like, even if the background was just him chilling in his office. I know that's sort of like Madden, but it's just like a little thing that would just help a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. And also, yeah, like I think a trophy case just would be cool, so that way you can see all your conference championships, your bowl game victories, you know, stuff like that that can just really make you be like, hey, look, this is the program that I've built. These are all of my accomplishments, and just being able to see it all instead of like going into a menu and you don't even see your trophies. You just sort of look at your own stats. But I just truly love the process of building up a terrible team into a winner. You know, I've probably shown clips of my team that I made on the team builder, which is the Ewoks. And I'm so proud of these boys, you know, for winning the Mountain West in our second year. And in our third season, you know, we just joined the newly revamped Pac-12. So we got some exciting things going on in the future. Dynasty mode, I don't have many complaints. Like, I'm really enjoying it. And there's not much that I would change. I'm also, you know, dumb. But one problem that I have with Dynasty, and it's not with the Dynasty specifically, it's Dynasty adjacent, is that if you want to use your team in Dynasty, you need to pay for either PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold or Game Pass Core, whatever it's called now. I hate it. I feel like I should be able to use my created team offline. So, I mean, once I stop paying for PlayStation Plus, that's it. Like, I won't be able to access my Ewoks anymore. And I don't want to pay for PlayStation Plus because I don't use it. I don't really play online anymore. And it kind of pissed me off when I realized I had to do that. So once my month is up, I'm going to honestly say goodbye to my Ewoks. And I'm just going to take over a different school and start from scratch, which kind of annoys me a little bit because I've grown sort of an attachment to that team and these players, but I don't want to have to pay for PlayStation Plus because I don't use it. You know, it's not a service that I take advantage of anymore. But was college football 25, worth the hype, worth the wait, 11 years? I'd say yeah. I mean, I do have those nitpicks, and I feel like they are nitpicks, even though I feel like I also spent a majority of the video complaining. I do like the game. I'm not putting that many hours into a game I don't like. I'm kind of addicted to it. Even though Madden came out, I stopped playing that after about 4 hours, and I went back to college football. It's just 10 times more fun to play. But what is your guys' thoughts on college football 25? Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.